What started as dabbling with hemp growing has now turned into a full-on family business. This week on Made in Vermont, Alyssa Borden takes us to Barton to meet the folks behind Northeast Kingdom Hemp.
The Devereaux were never big hemp people until a few years ago.
It was back in 2017 in the spring. My husband came home from a doctor's appointment and said, "Did you know you can grow hemp in Vermont? It's legal." And I looked at him and said, "Yeah, so?"
Karen Devereaux had never even heard of CBD, an oil extracted from hemp plants, until her husband started talking about its pain-relieving properties. After trying it themselves and a little online research, they started toying with the idea of growing their own.
Seems like from that moment it was, we either have to do it or not. It felt like we had to either jump in or not because it was very time sensitive, it felt like. Well, probably because it was spring, and if we were going to plant that year, we had to find seeds and all of that.
With a steep learning curve and a little help from a CBD company in Oregon, the Devereaux set up their own operation at their home in Barton.
We thought we were just going to grow hemp and sell it. I mean, that was our intention. We didn't have much of a business plan. We're going to grow hemp and sell it. And then that first fall, we had a ton of hemp and no buyer.
That's when the family dove headfirst into the world of CBD, buying a CO2 extractor and all of the other equipment needed for testing and processing.
And the high pressure CO2 forces the wax and the CBD out of the hemp, and through a screen it leaves all the plant material behind.
Son Camden Devereaux walked me through their whole process and says there are quite a few ways to expedite the job, but they choose to go the long way with products made carefully and with transparency.
You just come out with such a nice clean product doing those extra steps compared to skipping them. So we think that this is far better, and it takes more time, but it definitely tastes better, and in the finished product I think it makes a difference.
Now, the family business has taken off with sales across New England and online. Products range from soaps to balms, tinctures and chocolates, even pet products, which they say help with seemingly anything.
When we first started doing this and people would call me and start asking me questions about what it was good for, I said, you know, I hate to tell you it cures whatever ails you, you know, but it just seems like the list of things that people are reporting that it's helping them with is really pretty long and varied.
For the Channel 3 News, I'm Alyssa Borden, made in Barton, Vermont.